Hey, kia ora, Helen Bromsey. Oh, there you are, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling day. Gotta look at that in a minute. Um, let's see. It's Serenity Sunday. How has your Serenity Sunday been? Have you had a beautiful, relaxing, unplugged day? We have unplugged here, well, except for when we had to do the laundry. Yes. We spent the morning just relaxing, and then before we knew it, was like lunchtime, and I was sort of like, okay, maybe I should go do the laundry. I was like, yeah. So we had lunch, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think I'll go do the laundry. And Zephy had run back to bed, so I figured good time to go to do the laundry. And so I got all the laundry ready, put it in the back of the car, and of course Zephy's at the door wanting to come with me. I'm like, absolutely not, you can't come. And so I went down to the laundry, got it all put in there, got it all turned on, and I actually left a movie going for her because sometimes I leave music, but every time she hears that particular sort of music, she gets a little anxious because she thinks I'm going to leave. So I figured I'm just going to put an action movie on this time because we watch action movies all the time, and so it'll be something that she's familiar with. So I put on Air Force One, left just as the credits were starting, just as the movie was starting, came back and they were moving. The terrorists had overtaken the plane. They're moving everybody into the conference room. Um, and the president's escape pod had departed, and they found the pod by the time, this is when I got back, and they found the pod was empty, and then the demands were made and all that, blah, 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 blah. And then I left to go back and change all of the things, but the cool part was that I walked in there and I had my little purse of coins because I was told it was either coin or card operated. Well, I go in there, yep, you can use coins, yes, you can use the card, but they also had an app which I have used in several Encore properties. And I saw the app and I went and stand there. I just go yes in the middle of the laundry, and there was like three people, and they stand there and they look at me really weird. I said sorry. I said out of all the camp, every time I go to a campground there is a different form of payment. And when it comes to apps, I've got like about three or four loaded on my phone, or you got to use a little card, little prepaid card or whatever. I said, this actually has an app I have on my phone and I have a balance on it. So I said, so don't have to use quarters today, don't have to fuss around with any credit cards or anything. I said, I'm happy. And they just like looked at me like I'd gone nuts. I mean, I was happy. And the cool part about the app is that it tells you how long the laundry has left. So you can leave in plenty of time, get down there and walk in the door just as it's finishing, which was really cool. So I got my laundry on, came back, watched a little bit of the movie, then had to go again, and went down there, switched all the laundry over, took all the laundry out of the machines, put them into the dryers, and then left and came back again. And when I got back, what part were they up to? Oh yeah, the president goes into the conference room with one of the bad guys, and they're talking about getting everybody off with the parachutes. And then the girl comes up and says that they could use the fax machine, and so you see them all escaping down into the back of the plane. The plane's getting refueled, the tanker blows up, the parachutes are coming out. The president gets caught, of course, and then he's up in the comms area where his wife and daughter are. And I was at the point where they were just releasing Radek, the terrorist, the bad guy that they wanted released. So just as they were getting ready to release him, that's when I had to go back and get the laundry out of the dryers, do all the folding. And that. Although with the T-shirts, I just put them in a stack and just folded them in half and slid them into the bag. Because like I really can't bother standing here and folding T-shirts. Excuse me. But at least the way that they are, I lay them out flat, pile them up on top of each other, and then I just put them on a surface and then just start folding. So I can easily do that here on the table if I need to, or on the bed. Probably end up doing it on the bed. And then I can just fold them and turn around and put them straight into the drawer. But yeah, I just folded them in half and slid them into the bag. So they should be fine without creases. But yes, I got most of the laundry done. I still haven't remade the bed. So I have that load of sheets to do. And there was something else I had left to do. Oh yeah, there was some sweatshirts and stuff that I put on in the evenings when if it gets really cold. And I totally forgot to take those over with me. And then there's the towels and the blankets that Zephy uses. I want to put those through a really good hot wash too. So we'll do that one night this week and see what happens. Get that done for her. But yeah, so I got back, and before I left to go and get the laundry this time, is I spread some treats around the RV for her and told her to go find. And she's standing there at the door like, can I come too, please? I'm like, no, you can't. I'm sorry. And I said, I'll be right back. And I said, go find. And so she went and she obviously went and found the treats because when I got back, there's no treats anywhere to be found. So she obviously decided to go for them, which is good because it meant that she wasn't sitting up in the window all the time. But I'd come back different times, and every time I would turn the car in or get close, I would see her sitting in the window in the same position that she had been when I left. And that's one reason that I don't like leaving her alone at the moment with one ACU going, because especially if it's in the morning time, because in the morning the sun's coming in on the passenger side, which is where she likes to sit. And of course she's sitting in the full sun that whole time, and so I wait. So that was another reason I went until this afternoon, was that when I left she'd be sitting in the shade and it wouldn't be as hot. And it wasn't as hot today. It only got up to 93 today instead of 100. And tomorrow's meant to be 88. And I'm like, yes, we can maybe have the windows open, get a cross breeze going in here. We'll see how the day unfolds. But allergy stuff is still high right now. So we're about to go for our evening stroll. And I might go for a little drive again too. I don't know. I haven't decided. I like ice cream. Maybe I'll go get ice cream. Need to find which drive-throughs do ice creams. A drive-through ice cream place would be good. Yes, that would be good. A drive-through ice cream place. That would be awesome. Get ice cream. I wonder if they have that frozen treat. What do they call it? Frozen paws or something? I don't know. But then I also picked up just their little free Arizona Real Country, the magazine. This is the May issue. Oh, jeepers, it's that newsprint stuff I can't breathe around. It looked like it was going to have some good stuff in there, so I haven't read it yet, but it's meant to be stuff that's coming up. They've got an article in here about Ask the Vet for desert dangers, and I figured, yeah. And I got told by the guy that's behind me that he's already seen coyotes around here, and the rabbits are plentiful, and I know the rabbits are plentiful because she eats the rabbit poop. The little pellets that they leave behind, she goes after them. She thinks they're like a little delicacy or something. I'm like, that is so gross. And we've got some little piles outside there, and she jumps out of the car, or as we come back and she decides to go after them. I'm like, that's disgusting. She's got to move that. You know that newspaper when you first open it and you get that waft? Yeah, I can't breathe in it with that stuff. So that's got some articles and stuff in it, but we'll let it sit in there for a couple of days before I actually open it and read it. But that's it from me for today. We are off to go for a nice stroll. How was your Serenity Sunday? Did you get to do any relaxing today? Did you unplug today? Like I said, the only time I was on the phone today was with the app to do the laundry. I was so happy to be able to use that. I mean, I could save my quarters for a place that only takes quarters. And then, of course, when someone was having a problem because the machine was eating her quarters. Oh, and then I went to pick my laundry up from one of the dryers. And I ended up with 6 loads of laundry. I don't know how I ended up with 6 loads of laundry, but I ended up with 6 loads of laundry. And so I put the last, and you go in and there's like 3 rows opposite each other. And then there's 2 stacked dryers. So 3 washers opposite each other, then 2 stacks of dryers. And it's like that all the way down. The other ones have 6 dryers in each bay, except for the first one, which has 6 washers and 4 dryers. So I went all the way down the back of the room where there was a couple of dryers. And so, of course, they were the last ones to get put on, which meant I could get some folding done from the first 4. And so I did that. Oh, my gosh, it was so funny. And I go down and I go to empty the last load. And one of the dryers said it had 99 minutes left, and there was $43.25 worth of quarters had been fed into this thing. I am like, what? I know that from the app, it only deducted $1.50. I know that because I've got the proof. And there's a woman, I says, you don't happen to need to dry or anything, do you? And she says, oh, no. She said, I just finished. I says, darn. She goes, why is that? I said, this has got 98 minutes left on it. She goes, 98? I mean, some fault with the dryer. It's telling people to start, and it's down, was it 99? Now it's down to 98. I said, but it says it's got $48.25 sitting on it. And I said, that was not from me. She said, better make sure it didn't put on the app. I said, no, it didn't, because there wasn't enough money on the app for that amount anyway. So something was funky with that machine, and it ended up with 99 minutes sitting on it. So, and it's empty. So hopefully somebody will be able to utilize that and get some free drying done. And we'll see what happens with that. So, But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I paid $1.50 and ended up with over 100 minutes off. I don't know how long it said at 99 minutes because it told me 47 minutes when I pressed the start button. And when I go to, and it was still going when I got there. And why is this one still going? The other one stopped because that one went, top one went on first before the bottom one, but the top one's sitting with 99 minutes left on it. I'm not sure how it happened. Don't care. I hope somebody gets some free drying out of it. But anyway, I'm out of here. I've got a puppy that needs to go and stretch and go for a walk. Ready for your walk, Zeph? She's like looking at me like you don't have your shoes on yet. I will put my shoes on and we can go for a walk. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for Magic Monday. Hei konera.